There's nothing worse than spending a bunch of time trying to learn something and feeling like you get nowhere. Learning a new skill can be difficult, especially if you don't know what to do. So today I'm going to give you the method that I use to teach myself certain skills by simply researching online and using free resources. So this may not work for everyone, but for the majority of you out there, if you're willing to sort of go through the process, you're probably going to gain at least something. And the process is very simple, and it's just a matter of putting in the time and the work. The first thing about this process is you don't want to over-consume content. You don't want to sit around all day watching videos trying to learn everything up front. The reason for that is because trying to remember everything is not the most effective way to learn. There are various ways to get to that point where you actually have established a decent skill set. And sitting around watching the videos or listening to podcasts or reading is only going to get you so far. The key is to find a bit of a system around research and practice to get you to where you need to go. Now, this is something that I feel I can use to make me a better teacher, is by actually thinking about this process when I make my videos. Because recently I've been learning that I've kind of just been trying to over-inform and not give people enough action to take in their videos, which is one of the reasons why I've decided to share this process. The idea is you do want to do some research. You want to go out there and find someone who is credible, and that can be tough if you don't know what you're looking for. So what you want to do is make sure there's a bit of social proof, plenty of people who are actually liking the video, and plenty of positive comments. If this is YouTube, check the comments for positive comments. If you see a lot of negative comments, you may want to go elsewhere. And the other thing is simply just looking at their credentials. Are they educated or qualified? Have they got results for other people in the past? When you find that person, you want to watch their videos and try and just wrap your head around the basic idea of what it is you're doing. So if you're looking at a process to do something, you want to just concentrate on the first few steps to get you to where the complex sort of information begins. So you're going to research, watch some videos, and then you're going to take action. You're actually going to go in and go, okay, I'm happy with this so far. I'm going to stop what I'm doing, stop reading, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to get to this point and I'm going to just follow through and take the steps one by one. Because the idea is what you want to do, research, get the basics, and then just practice. And ultimately the idea is to come up with some kind of project, a goal that you're going to reach. So if you're looking to learn, say, Adobe Photoshop, maybe it's to adjust a photo, or maybe it's to cut someone out. It could be any kind of project. Maybe it involves making a flyer where you cut someone out, have a certain amount of text on there and some kind of background. So you want to come up with a project. And as you're researching the basics of Photoshop, you're going to go, okay, I'm happy to start now, and you're going to start and you're just going to try to create that project in practice. So in essence, you need to stop, take some action, and be ready to make some mistakes. Because this is why a lot of people talk about failure being a learning curve. You don't know everything, so you have to run into some walls. You then go and research how to get around that obstacle. And this is going to happen probably several times. You hit obstacles, you research, and you work your way around, and eventually you build a skill set. And then before you know it, you've completed your project and you can move on to something more difficult. So you're basically rinsing and repeating this whole process so that way you're getting into practice. The reason this works is experience is a lot more powerful than trying to remember the steps you need to take in order to learn something. This is why when you went to school or went to any kind of class, they generally have exercises for you to do. You're putting knowledge into practice. You're exercising that knowledge and putting it into some kind of experience. And then of course, if you happen to go for an online course that has a good structure, they can help you build that skill set by giving you actions. So if you find something that allows you, or some kind of resource that says, hey, this is the action you want to take, that can be very handy for putting this into practice without having to try and figure a lot of it out yourself. But the key is just find out what you understand, but sometimes it's good just to have a go. As long as you're not being dangerous with what you're doing, getting in, having a go, and trying to attempt what it is you're trying to learn is a great way just to sort of get into that space and figure it out. But like I said, a little bit of research gives you some direction, because without direction, it can be a bit daunting. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell you to take some action. What are you trying to learn right now? I want you to think about a project, something simple that you can start. It can be big or it can be a smaller part of a larger project. Come up with a goal, pick the skill set you want to learn, and go out there, do some research, get started once you have some understanding, and attempt to create that project. Give yourself plenty of time to learn. Don't rush. If you put too much pressure on yourself, you're probably going to find it too difficult. That's it for the video today. Nice and basic. I hope you guys learned something. Just a quick one for you guys if you're trying to learn something, and that includes watching my videos. Something I'm learning about teaching is I haven't given people action to take in my videos. So I really wanted to discuss this. So if you find any videos that aren't quite as clear cut, just remember this process when you're watching them. All right, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you like it, please give it a like. And if you want more like this, please consider subscribing. Otherwise, have a great day, and I hope to see you again soon.